Hi, and thanks for joining us. In this instructional video, we'll assemble the floor and walls of a Lifetime horizontal shed. We're going to lay the first floor panel flat on the ground. This is a left floor panel when you're facing the shed. And place the second floor panel at an angle against it so the tabs in the second floor panel interlock with the tabs in the first. Slide the tabs on the second panel underneath the first panel and then lay that panel flat. Now we're going to insert 2 screws into the divots in the floor panels to secure them together. Note that these screws do not anchor the shed to the ground, they simply hold the floor panels together during assembly. Now take a rear wall panel. You'll note there's 3 tabs along the bottom edge of that panel. You're going to stick those tabs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th slots from the right rear corner of the floor assembly. Now slide the panel to the left. Take the second rear wall panel and insert the tabs at the bottom of it into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th slots from the rear left corner of the floor assembly, and slide this panel to the right so the 2 panels align right next to each other. Now the board of the left panel goes behind the right panel. Secure the 2 panels together with screws. Now take a rear corner panel and insert the tabs at the bottom of it into the first 2 slots at the right rear corner of the floor panel assembly, and slide the panel forward. Now we're going to bend the panel, but you'll need to tilt it slightly to get it in front of the right rear wall panel. Position the 2 tabs at the bottom of the panel over the slots in the floor and push down or pull down on the panel to snap the 2 tabs into the slots. Secure the panels together with screws. Repeat this step or these steps for the left rear corner panel. Now insert the 3 tabs at the bottom of the right front corner panel into the slots along the right edge of the floor assembly. Slide the panel towards the rear and secure the panels with screws. Repeat this step for the left front corner panel. Then tip the assembly on its backside. Now take the 2 vertical support tubes and attach them by sliding one tube over the other, and ensure the hole in the center is facing up. Fold the front corner panels inward and insert the tube assembly into the holes in the bottom of the floor and into the front corner wall panels. Slide the tubes into the panels until they hang out about 6 inches. And ensure the corners of the tube assembly are square, and use an electric drill to insert a self-drilling screw into the tubes to secure them together. Note this step cannot be done with a hand screwdriver. It's okay if there's a space between the tubes. It's important the corners are square. Finish sliding the tube assembly into the corner wall panels. Now attach the 2 horizontal support tubes. Turn the shed upright and place the support tube assembly down into the shed and align the holes in the tubes with those in the wall panels. First, insert the screws through the tubes and into the left and right walls. Next, align the holes in the tubes with those in the rear wall panels and loosely insert the 6 screws. Adjust the rear tubes so the corners are at 90 degrees. Then tighten the screws. Now use an electric drill to insert a self-drilling screw into the tubes at the location shown. It's okay if there's a space between the tubes. It's important the corners are square. Finally, insert a self-drilling screw into each side of the tube assembly and into the small section of the front corner panels. Again, you must use an electric drill to insert these self-drilling screws. In this instructional video, we'll assemble the left and right doors of a Lifetime horizontal shed. We'll start by laying the left door face down on a flat surface. Set a support channel into the groove along the back of the edge of the left door and align the holes. Secure this channel using 4 screws. Now, with this support channel, you'll notice that there are 8 holes, but only 4 of the holes are used in this step. Now set a support channel into the groove along the back of the edge of the left door and align the holes. Secure this channel using 6 screws. There are 6 holes in this channel and all 6 holes are used in this step. Turn the door over on its backside. Align the holes and hinge with the divots on the side of the door. Note the chamfered side of the holes must face away from the door. Now insert 2 screws through the holes in the hinge, the door, and through the 2 holes in the support channel on the back of the door. Repeat this step for the second hinge. Now flip the door on its back and attach the handle pieces to the door using the required hardware. Now let's work on the right door. Slide the support tube into the hole at the bottom of the right door until it hangs out about 6 inches. Insert the end cap into the end of the tube and gently push the tube into the door until the cap is flush with the bottom of the door. Use an electric drill to insert a self-drilling screw to secure the tube in place. This step cannot be performed with a hand screwdriver. Align the 4 holes in this support channel with those in the right door. Secure the channel using 4 screws. Discard the retainer ring around the lock and use the key to lock the lock so the latch is extended. Align the latch with the depression in the latch knob and insert the lock into the knob. Position the latch so it faces the bottom of the door and secure the lock assembly to the door using the hardware provided. Do not over-tighten. Now insert the knob on the latch button up through the hole in the latch plate. Use a 1/2-inch socket to push the push nut onto the knob. Tighten securely, then insert the curved end of the latch rod through the hole in the latch plate. Set the latch spacer onto the locking mechanism and place the latch plate onto the spacer. Note, the hole in this spacer is for manufacturing purposes only. Secure the latch plate to the locking mechanism using the 2 screws and secure the 2 rod guides to the door to hold the latch rod in place. Attach the handle pieces to the door using the required hardware. This step is similar to the same step for the left door. Flip the door so it's face up and align the holes in a hinge with the divots on the side of the door. Note, the chamfered side of the holes must face away from the door. Now insert 2 screws through the holes in the hinge, the door, and through the 2 holes in the support channel on the back of the door. Repeat these steps for the second hinge. Use an electric drill to attach the right door to the shed using self-drilling screws. Repeat this step for the left door. In this instructional video, we'll assemble and install the lid for a lifetime horizontal shed. Set the edge of the right lid over the edge of the left lid and align the 6 holes and secure them with screws. Set the ends of the 2 lid supports together and fasten the lid latch to them with the bolts and nuts. Note, only finger tighten the nuts for now. Insert the left end of the lid support assembly all the way into the slot in the lid. Rotate the assembly downward and insert the right end of the assembly into the right slot. Align the lid latch with the 2 notches in the lid and insert the tabs on the latch into the notches. Note, the metal channels go behind the ridges, so snap the metal channel behind each of the ridges. Secure the lid support to the lid using 8 screws, then tighten the 4 nuts from the previous step. Set the center lid latch down into the lid assembly and secure with 4 screws. Now for the hinges. Attach 2 ball studs to the left hinge and tighten securely. Insert the end of the left hinge into the notch in the lid and rotate downward. Align the 4 holes in the hinge with the notches in the lid and secure with screws. Repeat these steps for the right hinge. Open the hinges at a 90-degree angle and place them down onto the rear and side walls of the shed as shown. Align the 3 holes and secure, but do not over-tighten. Secure the center hinge to the rear wall panels using 3 screws. The ends of the gas spring can be rotated to align them with the ball studs on the hinge. Snap the ends of the gas spring onto the ball studs.